People are talking about Jimin's lips and it being kissable. People also believe that Jimin was at Song Daeun's cafe. And then we have a couple's tea video that has been resurfacing and trending, and it's very cute. Say Dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Let's get into it. So there was a video from a little while ago in which we saw Suga late for a meeting with JK, and in that meeting JK was about to get super upset because he was waiting for a really long time. But when Suga walked in and they both noticed that they were both wearing the same shirt, they were very quick to say, oh, this is a couple's tea. And people loved this and they thought it was absolutely so cute. However, this was a moment that happened quite some time ago, and the reason why people are bringing it up now is because people are just enjoying a lot of the old content that they're binging right now. If you are unaware, of course, when the BTS members are on a hiatus or they're not doing anything or they're simply just out of the limelight for a little bit, the community goes and finds content to talk about. Now, this particular video was something that was retrending and resurfacing as the community was trying to get some old cute moments to surface again. Some of these moments go well back before Butter or Permission to Dance, before any of those songs were released, and BTS received this large international following that they have now. Not that they didn't have a large international following already, but they received an even bigger one. Now, of course, when they received this new community, that new community hasn't likely binged watched every single thing prior to that. Some aren't even aware that there was more, although some still have, but some haven't. But of course, by having the community resurface these old moments, it has the new international community go back, look at some of those old moments, and sort of fall in love with BTS and build a stronger relationship with BTS, just like everyone prior to them has. So I think it's very important and cute to sit there and talk about some of these moments, as it aids in the effort to keep BTS's name alive when they're not around. It gives the members top of mind, but it also pushes a very cute narrative top of mind. And when people look up BTS or they look at BTS moments like this, they will see these moments right here, and it'll make them love the BTS members all the more. I personally love when the community brings up moments like this and they start talking about it again, because it reminds me of a time when I was just starting out as part of the community and watching these moments myself. But also, aside from that, it really shows the relationship between all of the boys and all of the members, because if even one of the members hated being in the group, I don't think any of them would have re-signed to BTS again come 2025 or 2026 whenever they start that back up again. To note that a lot of people like to say that JK hates this specific member or hates this other specific member, but the bottom line is JK has shown nothing but love to every single member that exists in the group. In fact, he has a moment with every single member of the group. Right here, we see JK is with Suga, and it's a little bit more of a rarer moment, but we do see it. And there are plenty of other moments that we can simply Google and find. Now, I want to go back a little bit. When I say rarer, I don't mean not common, but I mean rarer compared to the other moments. Like, of course, we see more of Jimin and JK or V and JK and that sort of stuff. But the community doesn't just do this. There are literally communities that were created for the sole reason of just keeping streaming alive. Well, there is a recent new campaign that likely was started by an old community that has been around forever and supported BTS members a lot, or maybe specifically just Jimin. They decided to run a campaign where they were trying to get the community to stream Who. Felt like in some parts of the country, the song was kind of feigning in popularity or kind of dropping in the charts, and they wanted to make it go back up there. They ran a campaign that I saw where it was one talking about Jimin's tooth, because there was a photo, I guess, in which you could see that his front teeth were slightly misaligned, and that was a campaign to try to get people to stream using that photo and talking about the song. Other campaigns, and the one that I thought was most interesting, was one that was emphasizing Jimin's lips. And of course, a lot of people were saying, oh my god, his lips are so kissable, they're so nice, and all that stuff. I thought this was absolutely so hilarious and so fun to see. In fact, I was very happy to see people really responding to this, tweeting it, and hopefully going to stream the song. BTS boys honestly wouldn't be anywhere without the people who were doing this. The fact that the song remains on the charts is obviously really important in terms of making sure that his name stays top of mind for people. And I really love that there is a community that's so dedicated to doing this. I hope every artist, if they make good music, finds a community like this that can do it, where there isn't even a need for the label or Jimin himself to hire a PR team or some sort of music management team to make sure that the song stays on top of the charts as he's enlisting. A lot of people complain that the label isn't doing their job or that the community is doing a better job. However, the label really isn't going to step in and do much if the community is already taking care of it. They just simply won't do anything. I honestly believe that, because why would a business waste money when they realize that the majority of promotions that exist is just fan driven? It's word of mouth, it's fan made content. They're like, oh, this is easy, we don't have to do any work. But of course, for things like this where the song has remained top of charts for such a long time and is still being streamed, and the moment it dips a little bit, it's going back up there. That being done by the fans is something that cannot be recreated by a label. A label simply cannot just make songs go up and down the charts. There has to be people who are resonating with the song, and sometimes that would require Jimin to actually have to be physically there in order to get new viewers to listen to it. Existing viewers have already heard it and don't want to stream it anymore, or bored of it, right? Which happens to be a lot of people that are outside of K-pop. They tend to listen to music in that way, so this allows Jimin to be in the military and still keep some of his community alive, which is amazing. Of course, while there are some good things, that of course also means that there are going to be some more scandalous things in the community. And for example, scandal in K-pop just means dating. I was super surprised that Jimin and Song Daeun dating rumor has not dissipated or slowed down, but seems to have ramped up. And of course, if you remember, the rumors were never something that made a lot of sense. Of course, can it happen after and they both got to know each other and then just so happens that they made the rumor to be true? Yeah, that's absolutely a possibility, but definitely less likely. A recent rumor popped up which was interesting, as people believe that Song posted about a cafe that she was in. A lot of people, I guess, assumed that she worked at the cafe, and I can understand why, because I think they were using it in a more insulting way. So I understand why they're saying that, not why they're insulting her. And they're insulting her by saying that she's working in a cafe. Now, working in a cafe is nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not saying that at all, but these people were using it as an insult, as a way to say that she hasn't made it as an idol, or she lost her career and now she works at the cafe. And they're kind of using it in that way. However, obviously, with just a quick search, from what I found, it seems that she owns the cafe. I don't know that 100% because there seems to be some disagreement on that. But when I do a quick search, that's what pops up for me. There are people that say that that's not true. However, her owning a cafe actually makes a lot more sense to me, because a lot of actors and celebrities and K-pop stars specifically will quite literally just open a cafe. Some people were bringing up the fact that obviously Jimin has gone to that cafe. Now, there's no evidence that Jimin would have gone to that cafe. It's not like they're saying that Jimin had posted something that looked like he was at the cafe. They're not saying any of that stuff. They're just simply saying as a fact that if she works there at the cafe or owns the cafe, then obviously Jimin would appear, and then just making it sound like that's just what happened and saying that he definitely did. And of course, this is very annoying, simply just based on the fact that there is literally no proof that he went, but there isn't even like manufactured evidence that he went. It's just a fantasy that these people have, and they just made up a narrative in their head and then they're just going with it. Now, of course, this particular rumor with him in the cafe did not go super viral and wasn't a super huge one. But if there was a rumor that ended up resulting in a lot of people talking about it or whatever, there would be some people who just flat out believe that it's true off of nothing. And sure, if they believe it, then that's not an issue normally, but what they would do is they would send death threats, they would attack Song, and that is when it becomes a problem, right? Now it's celebrities getting death threats over something that was just said. There isn't even manufactured evidence. There isn't even real evidence. There isn't even any evidence that is clearly fake and is being said. There's just no evidence. It's just a statement that someone said and then people believed it. Let me know what you think. Make sure to check out Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thank you to this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.